In this next part of the lecture, we will consider different types of PE fit, or person-environment fit. This concept is based on the assumption discussed by Latham in the textbook. Motivation is something that is produced by the interaction between a person and their environment. PE fit then is defined as the congruence, the match, the alignment between a person and their environment, namely their values. The greater the fit, the better the outcomes. PE fit can be described in terms of a supplementary fit or a complementary fit. A supplementary fit occurs when the employee's values are similar to the environment's or the organization's values. Supplementary equals similarity here. When the organization's values match a person's values, it satisfies their need for validation, their need to think that other people think like them, that they're not the only one who has these values. A complementary fit occurs when an employee's needs are fulfilled by the job and when their KSAOs match the job requirements. In other words, when people have what the job requires, we call this a complementary fit. The person complements the job very well. There are two different types of complementary fit. Needs supply fit occurs when the person's needs are met by the work environment. An employee needs autonomy and the job supplies it. Demands abilities fit occurs when the person's KSAOs match the job requirements. When the job requires a certain type of knowledge and the employee does in fact have that knowledge. PE fit is important in every job and at all levels of the organization. For most people, high value congruence increases trust and communication. High value incongruence, on the other hand, increases both psychological and physiological strain. These are the negative outcomes we might expect from stress. Plus, the negative outcomes of a poor fit in one area, say between an employee and their supervisor, can overpower the positive outcomes of a good fit in another area, say between the person and their job. As you can imagine, leaders then need to be extra vigilant in addressing incongruence. A value mismatch may be at the heart of a motivational or even performance-related issue. When we talk about PE fit, we have to talk about the ASA model, the Attraction, Selection, Attrition model by Schneider. According to this theory, people are attracted to organizations that share their values. They are often then selected by the organizations with which they share values, and then they are retained by organizations that share their values. This, of course, has implications for recruitment, selection, and retainment, which often involves things like training and rewards. Think about the graduate program. You were attracted to SIUE for a number of reasons, so you submitted an application. Had there been a mismatch between your values and those of SIUE, you may not have submitted an application. The decision makers within the program have expectations for what applicants bring to the table. You met those expectations, and so they accepted your application. Now that you're here, you stay because you were attracted to an organization that is similar to you and because the organization found you to also be similar to it. In this way, PE fit is relevant to not only IO psychologists and their work, but also human resource professionals who are often in charge of recruitment, selection, training, rewards, and so on. Christoph Brown is another popular researcher in the PE fit arena. The results of their meta-analysis identified 4 different types of PE fit. Person-organization fit predicted commitment, satisfaction, organizational citizenship behaviors, and job performance. Person-job fit predicted performance, commitment, and satisfaction. Person-group fit predicted performance and organizational citizenship behaviors. And finally, person-supervisor fit predicted commitment and performance. These correlations, these associations, suggest that the fit between a person's values and the environment's values are important to a number of different outcomes. Remember to make sure that you can explain how these 3 situational factors interact with employees' values to influence their motivation.